Hey, what is going on Poshmark? If you've been selling there lately, haven't you felt some different changes? Doesn't it feel a little bit off? You're not imagining it at all. In this video, I am breaking down all the major changes that Poshmark has made recently over the past few months, maybe a little bit longer. There's noise going on outside. Weird. Anyway, what has changed, why sellers are upset, and what this could mean for our future in 2026. I think this is really important news, and I think whether you're a seller that's casual or whether you're doing it as a living like I am, you need to hear this stuff. All right, get right back to you. So as I'm hoping all of you know, there is new ownership at Poshmark, and it's been for a while. I want to say since August, but I'm not 100% sure. So first, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Poshmark's under new ownership and leadership. The longtime CEO stepped back, who I really liked. I think almost everybody did. He seemed to be a very nice person, but he stepped back. So sellers immediately noticed after that faster, bigger changes. Now, we've always had changes going on Poshmark, and they don't tell us when it's going to happen for the 5, 6, whatever it is now, years I've been on. But there's less community focus now. And a lot of us complained about the community focus because it was so social and we had to be on it all the time. There's less now, so that might be a good thing, right? We'll find out. And there's more algorithm and performance-based decisions, which I'm not sure about yet. I'll let you know, because right now, we're in the very beginning. I'm just going to move all this stuff over so we don't get distracted here. So, it feels like Poshmark is trying to become something different. Does it feel like that to you? I'm curious to see. Not everyone loves it. Some people do love it. Maybe it's better than before for some people. What do you feel about it? Let me know. This right here is one of the biggest changes ever. Following feed replaced by For You feed. Now, I got to tell you a little bit about how I feel about this For You feed. I ordered a couple of nails, not a couple, from a couple of people. I ordered some Christmas kiss nails. That's all I get. That's all I get. I don't love it. I want to see other things come up on my For You page. How do you feel about that? Have you updated your app? If you haven't updated it, update it so that you can see all these changes. And remember that we don't always get the same changes at the same time. I'm not sure why, but visibility is now algorithm based, buyer behavior driven, kind of like YouTube is with videos. What videos you watch, they keep on giving you. What people are buying, they're now giving them more of. I feel like it's too much more for me, really. And it's not just about sharing anymore, but we're a little confused about this. Should we share? Shouldn't we share? Do we have to share? We used to need to share because it was social and we were helping each other to get our inventory out there. I'm not sure if we still need to or not. And I did email Poshmark with so many questions, but they only answered one. And I spoke about that in the last video. If you haven't seen it, it's about deleting, relisting, putting not for sale instead of for sale, canceling items. You could check that out. We may talk about it a little bit here. I'll see how long I go. So, is anyone having slower sales now? See, I'm not really sure. I have an active closet. And I was getting better sales for the holidays. So now is going to be when I decide, are they better or not? I haven't gotten as many sales since 2 days ago because it was Christmas, and now it is the day after. So everybody's going out getting their half price things. So after the weekend, I may do another video. I may wait a week or so to let you know how my closet is doing. But I'd like to know how your closet's doing and how has it been doing. So the next one is the whole bulk sharing drama. Oh my goodness. Then came the bulk sharing chaos. Huge seller feedback on this one to them. It was kind of like a backlash. It wasn't even feedback. We were all kind of mad because bulk sharing made people not have to go to AI to get their items shared. Some still did, but by them not having that, we have to pay another service to share because we just can't share enough as people who have that bulk sharing separate app. If you don't understand, I'll explain more later. Or if you need to ask the question, ask it in the comments and I'll explain more in the comments. So they reversed the course and brought it back. So everyone who had to get upset about that, who lost some buyers, everything else, it was all for nothing, is kind of what I'm getting back from other resellers. Like, they did all this, made our sales slower, and then brought it back. Now, I do have to always give some of the positives too, so thank you for bringing it back. I think what the issue is with a lot of us is, why don't you have us test it first, Poshmark? Or why don't you ask us for our opinions? I think that's the thing that's bothering most of us who have been doing this for a while. We can give you our opinions. Just give us a month, give us a week, and we can tell you what we think of that and what we think other people will think of that. We could get on and ask other people what they think of that. So I think it would be better if they included a before. Tell us before what's going to be happening, because sometimes we don't understand. If we don't hear it from other YouTube resellers, we don't know what's going on. So they definitely reversed that course for us. And I'm not sure. How do you feel about that? The next one is the shipping changes. They got slower. The actual mail delivery is getting there slower. So let's talk shipping, because this affects buyers and sellers. They shifted from priority mail to ground. That was the first one. USPS ground. I'm not sure if it's called Ground Advantage. I think it is. So I'm getting more of where's my package. Some things aren't even tracking and the people are getting them. And some things are tracking, but it's 11, 12, 13 days later and it's like, sorry for the delay. Most of them are getting to places in about 5, 6 days, but it used to be 2. It used to be 3. So is that going to affect our scores? I hope not, because Poshmark does keep track of these things, you know? They remind us of many things in our emails, but they keep track of these things, but these aren't our fault. So I hope that they realize this. Now, I feel like there's lower buyer satisfaction. At least I've heard that said a lot. So I'm not sure if that's true or not, but I'm just going to say what I heard, allegedly. So the mail, the deliveries, the shipping is cheaper, but it's much slower. So maybe there should be a place where the buyers can pick whether they want it to go priority mail or ground. I don't know. I'm not sure what the fix is, but either we got to get the ground going quicker or we got to do something to make it go quicker, because it's just not right. Some people, where it said they were going to get my packages by December 23rd, Still haven't gotten them. It's the 26th because they couldn't get it the 24th. Excuse me, it's the 25th today. Today is December 26th, 2025, and this is the end of the year. So let's talk about 2026. So anyway, there are delayed auto accepts. It's just crazy. And fast shipping used to be one of Poshmark's great and biggest selling points. And now it's gone. So tell me how you feel about that. I don't feel good when I see something coming up in my feed 8 days later saying, I don't even remember what the new message is. Sorry for the delay. I'm like, sorry for the delay. It should be there already from what they told me. The next is seller visibility and performance. And what I mean by that is kind of the metrics of it all, which I can't stand. So another quiet but major change is what the buyer sees. Now, I think this is a good thing, especially I buy on there too, and I always hoped this would happen. So now the buyer sees an average ship time, right? And that average ship time is from the average ship time that Poshmark has put into their metrics. And then our last active date. I think that's a great thing. I've ordered from people and never saw my order, never saw anything. And when I looked back, you don't know when their last active date was. It could have been a year ago. So now it's up on there, you know, so that's a good thing. I'm not saying everything's bad. I'm just saying that things have changed. So what the algorithm is favoring now is consistency, engagement, and competitive pricing. So I'm not really sure what they mean by competitive pricing, but I'm thinking they just mean everybody should all be the same. No one should go lower. No one should go higher, or, you know, stay around the same. I don't know. Sellers are just confused about the enforcement of the excessive listing removal warnings. Oh, have you gotten any of these yet? Have you? I have. Policies are getting stricter and less forgiving. I wrote some things down so that I can just make sure I hit every step. So if you see me looking over there, that's why. So they're having a harder stance on order cancellations. Oh my God. Yeah. Relisting the same item. Excessive listing removal warnings. Sellers confused, like I said, about enforcement. A lot of people feel like they're walking on eggshells. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells sometimes because I already got that warning. That's, I think, 2 videos ago. I'll do my best to put them up at the end of this video. But yeah, they are confused. And if you're a part-time seller or someone who just sells out of your closet, this really has to be driving you nuts, because I'm a full-time reseller. It's definitely driving me nuts. So AI and new seller tools. How do you feel about AI? Tell me, do you use it at all? I do. But not all those changes are bad. AI listing tools. And what I like now, excuse me, is if I can't find something, it could be AI generated. Sometimes in Poshmark, and what I mean is when you go into your Poshmark, you can choose now whether to manually put in things or have AI do it. And I'll let AI do it, like I said, sometimes, and I'll leave some of it in. But if I have another description, I'll put that in. This way there's both. More keywords, more, that's really it. More keywords, more tags, more, I'm sorry about my birds. They're normally quiet except when I go to do a video. Maybe it's because I'm talking a lot. You hear? Okay, so easier drafting. now with the AI tools and seller tools. Same difference. Faster listing from your photos. So it's great for speed, but doesn't fix visibility issues. And let's see, I think I have one more that I put here. I do want to hear what you guys have to say about this, all these different things with Poshmark. Because the other one was the seller community reaction. Here's the real issue. Sellers feel less valued. I feel less valued. You're not asking for our opinion. So if we've been doing this a while, I know someone who I watch has been doing it 7 years. I've been doing it. It either just turned 5 or 6. I think it's 6. And there are people who've been doing it since Poshmark started, basically. And yeah, they're just not happy. So we're feeling less valued. We're forced towards promotional listings. How many times does it come up in your banner on the top and say promotional listings, try promotional listings to get, I don't remember what the percentage is of more sales or views, yet I'm hearing YouTube resellers saying they don't have that percentage, and a lot of them are cutting that off. Now, I'm not saying that some people don't get that percentage of sales, but for the most part, that's not what's happening, and that can change. Listen, I am not downing Poshmark. Before, when all these things were happening and they weren't telling us, those were different owners or a different CEO. But now we have new owners, and we just want that shared with us. I'm letting you hear the birds. Okay? I'm sorry. So people are now getting burned out, the resellers. I'm just going to relax here. I'm hoping the birds shut the hell up. But here's the real issue. A lot of sellers are quietly cross-listing or leaving altogether. And that's not good. Now, a lot of them, do I even have water? Oh, I have coffee. Excuse me. Take a sip. A lot of resellers have already been on cross-listing sites, but now, even myself, I started cross-listing, and I had stopped that a long time ago, but I always hear everybody say, don't put all your eggs in one basket, and I'm starting to listen. I really am. And I think when you join when you start reselling on any other platform, you'll learn what sells quicker. Don't put a lot of things up at first, and you just learn. So I can do a whole other video about how I started putting a lot of my items on another platform, but slowly, because I really do think that helped my sales. The real question is Poshmark evolving, or is it losing its identity as we know it? Is it going to become another eBay or any of these other platforms? I say eBay because it's one of the bigger ones. I don't think it will become an Amazon. But what's happening, and is it losing its identity? I'm still appreciating the site. I don't like that they don't tell us what's going on before it happens. And even when they tell us afterwards, it's just through their blog. It's not like they're coming out and saying, hey, this is what's going to happen. So I did send them an email saying, if you let me know, I will share it and say that it came from you. But nothing. So tell me in the comments, have your sales gone up, down, or stayed the same? And again, this is the holiday season, so maybe compare it to last holiday if you're not a new reseller, and let me know. I'm curious. Mine went up for the holiday, just so you know, but let's see what happens now. Like I said, maybe your sales stayed the same, But how are we going to know that around the holidays? Maybe we check back in a month from now and then comment, or I'll do another video or a live. Let me know what you prefer. And if you want more honest resale content like this, then subscribe. I'd love to see you again. I love knowing that people are watching this. And just let me know what type of content you want to see. This was the best one I could think of for right now because Poshmark is changing so much, so quickly, but still changing things and changing them back like they did. And that just causes a commotion. Tell me your feelings on Poshmark. I hope you enjoyed this video. Watch the last two because they're the most recent and telling you what's going on. Really, this is just a little breakdown if you don't know. And I will see you again soon. Like I said, if you like this, subscribe. If you think someone else needs to hear this, share. And I'll see you again soon. I appreciate you. You're not imagining it at all. In this video, I am breaking down all the major changes that Poshmark has made recently over the past few months. Maybe a little bit longer. There's noise going on outside. Weird. Anyway, what has changed, why sellers are upset, and what this could mean for our future in 2026. I think this is really important news, and I think whether you're a seller that's casual or whether you're doing it as a living like I am, you need to hear this stuff. All right, get right back to you.